Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for another new manga chapter by chapter review. Welcome once again, guys. If you know me, I love to review chapter by chapter series here. It's actually one of the things that I used to do quite a bit a few years ago, a lot actually, and I've decided to add 3 or 4 series per week that I can review, 1 chapter per week of each series, and this is one that I'm adding to the mix. It's called MILGRAM. Now there's a longer name: The Experimental Prison and the Maiden Guard. That's the, I guess, the American name of this series. It is a interesting series, not to say the least. I don't know how intense it will get. It hasn't gotten really intense yet when it comes to like gore and horror, I guess, but it does seem like it will get pretty psychological. So I'm pretty excited for it. I'm excited to see what all it entails of it. But before anything else, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys check out my other manga chapter reviews, which I have quite a bit of them here in my channel. Like I said, for now, I have 4 picked out. This is one of them. There is another one that is going to be airing this week as a brand new chapter, Lonely Castle in the Mirror. I'm also doing the Elusive Samurai, bringing that back, and I'm also doing Shoujo Newell from Shonen Jump. Those will go week by week because Shoujo Newell only releases every other week. And then on the 4th spot, I have Dead Rock, which is by the creators of Fairy Tail. So subscribe so you can watch all those series posted here. I'm trying my best to release them on time, and I'm pre-recording some of these, being that there's new chapters or multiple chapters already out. So this one has like 7 already out, so I can pre-record some of these pretty easily before the new ones come out. So we don't know much about what's going on completely in the story yet, which is kind of like the psychological part to it, and I myself really enjoy that. But we have our maiden. She is the main character of the series. Her name, she doesn't know. She wakes up, she doesn't know who she is, but we're gonna call her Ez, which is what the name, the little bunny that we see. Sorry guys, announcements during my break. She wakes up and there's like a bunny slash reindeer looking thing. She does say, the thing does say at one point, I'm not a rabbit. But anyways, the girl is told that her name that she's gonna go with is Ez. Now she doesn't know what's going on, other than she is gonna be the warden or the security officer for this prison. She's not told a lot of details, but essentially she, as well as the prisoners, don't have memories of their previous lives. Now I don't know why they chose to go with her having no memories, but I do have 2 I guess guesses. One is maybe they want her to be as unbiased as possible, and I'll tell you why they want her to be like that. But they want her to be as unbiased as possible, so that not even anything in her previous life that she did live in her previous life affects in her judgment while she's in this job, which I think is way extra, but you know, if that's the case, that's pretty cool. Secondly, I think that she might be involved with some of these prisoners, and I think this is actually the most plausible one, and they don't want her to know who they are, and kind of connects to the first idea. Don't want her to be so biased and judge purely on an outside eyes without knowing that she's actually part of the crimes that these people committed. So she is walked through information, but essentially the little bunny doesn't give her anything. She just kind of tells her, you're here, you're going to be guarding these people. You choose how you're going to want to do it. If you want to be aggressive with them, you can. If you want to be their friends, you can. Like, you get to choose all this stuff. She walks her through this corridor, and they get to this place called the Panopticon, which is basically where all the prisoners are. Now, if you notice, all these prisoners look like they're in like high school, middle school, like her. They actually make a comment like, oh, we were expecting a big, huge security dude, and we ended up with someone looking like us. Most of the conversation is led from the prisoners, is led by this boy who he says his name given to him by the prison is Two Side. Now, none of them remember them being crimes or having their sins, but they know that they're there because they're in prison. But they themselves are skeptical, like, did I even commit a crime, or am I just here for like some cruel game that you guys are playing, right? So she's seated and she's giving instructions that essentially everyone there is a murderer or is arrested for a murder, and that she herself is gonna have the final decision if they're guilty or not guilty for each and one of these individuals that are here in the table, which means that their fate is held in this girl's hands. Pretty tough situation they're in, but that's what ends up being. Now, again, he plays a good Two Side boy, plays a good argument, and that's like, well, why is she placed in that position? Why can't we remember? So on and so forth. The rabbit does tell them that they have journals that they will eventually be able to read. They're locked up, and that will share some of more information of their sins and what they committed, so on and so forth. Then the chapter ends in a weird way, and she's like, why not enjoy the free time you have now? So I guess they're giving them time to get to know each other, maybe to figure out why they're all there, and maybe are they connected? Does anyone remember something? I personally feel, because stuff like this, I've read stuff like this before, I kind of feel like one of them does remember. They know what's going on, and they just don't want to say anything. That, I think that's what's going on for at least one of the characters. I think that possibly one of them will try to brainwash her to do their bidding. So there's going to be like a lot of, I guess, scenarios, and we'll see their true colors. So I feel like we have like innocent faces right now, and they're definitely not going to be innocent at the end of the day. So we'll see. And I do think there's probably one or two that they're actually innocent, and they might end up being killed. I don't know. They haven't mentioned no one dying, but I guess if you're guilty, you end up in prison, and that kind of ruins your whole life. So it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you have not done so by now, check out my other manga chapter reviews. I have quite a bit of them already here. Like I said, I'm starting this new ritual where I'm reviewing stuff back to back, so make sure you watch all the videos. Give some love to the channel by commenting, liking, and sharing. Again, if you haven't done so by now, go and check out my other stuff. Subscribe to my channel. That's the best way to keep up with all the stuff. And like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.